Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of BTD5. Let's continue with the Tower Guide series. Today I'm gonna talk about Heli pilots. So it's another very expensive tower, but this tower is gonna, one of the two paths actually, is gonna do very good damage against strong balloons. This tower has a passive that is gonna be the ability to fly around the track without getting has unlimited range, and you have three different targeting options with this tower. You can either make it follow your finger, or you can place it in a specific spot just by lock it in, and then you can decide to set points, and the heli is gonna fly back and forth between those 2 points. But I'm gonna show you later what this means. Then the heli is gonna shoot 2 darts, and each of the darts are gonna have 2 of popping power, so they're gonna be able to pierce through 2 different balloons. And it doesn't have a camo detection or lead popping power as a passive. So going into the upgrades and the path, the first upgrade in the first path is gonna be quad darts. So it's gonna shoot 4 darts instead of 2. These darts are not gonna be any stronger, so the popping power is still gonna be 2 for each of the darts, but the heli is gonna shoot these 4 darts at the same time. So it's gonna shoot 4 instead of 2, so that's of course better. Second upgrade is gonna be another targeting option. When you select this targeting option, the heli is gonna automatically follow the first balloon in the track. Actually, depending on the waves, it will follow the first balloon or the strongest. I don't know, it's very random, but normally it's gonna follow the first balloon. All right. Third upgrade is gonna be that the rotor blades, only the rotor blades, are gonna have the power to pop lead and to pop frozen balloons, and also they're gonna pop 1 layer every second, I think. So the rotor blades are gonna start doing damage too. Last upgrade for the first path is gonna be the Apache, or the Apache as I call it. The heli is gonna add 2 other guns. So it's gonna have a machine gun that's gonna shoot the darts very fast, pretty much like the attack speed of the Super Monkey, right? And then it's gonna have some missiles, and these missiles are gonna automatically seek out the balloons, in the track, and these missiles are gonna have a lead popping power. As is for the second path, the first upgrade is gonna be the ability to move faster, so the heli is gonna move faster. Second upgrade is gonna be camo detection, so the heli has both upgrades to pop lead and to detect camo, so you can pop every single type of balloon with this tower. Third upgrade, the heli is gonna have another, pretty much like a passive, that the balloons that are gonna be in range of the rotor blades are gonna get blown away, yeah. Pretty much like a tornado. The tornado from The Apprentice. All right. And then last upgrade for the second path is going to be not only an activated ability, but the heli is going to become a lot larger, and it's going to have 2 rotor blades, so it's going to proc downdraft, so the blowing the balloons away more often. And you're going to have also 2 different activated abilities. One that is going to drop cash crates, so pretty much like cash, and if you're playing on easy, medium, or hard, it's gonna drop also some lives. And then you're gonna get also another activated ability, and you can use the activated ability to pick up towers and to move them, so to reposition them. You can move all the towers except temples, villages, and farms. So that's the theory for the helis, the heli pilots. But I'm gonna show you now gameplay, so I can show you better the passive, especially how it works. And yeah, that's it. So the Heli is going to be a tower that is going to have camo detection, lead popping power, and has unlimited range. So it's going to be a pretty expensive tower. As you see here in medium, it's going to cost 1.5k cash. So I'm going to get now an injection here so I can place it. Here we go. And as you see, the Heli is going to have a little this ground, station where the Heli is going to start flying from. That is pretty much like a platform. So you need to have enough room to get this platform in order to place a Heli. And as you see, the targeting options are follow the touch, so follow the finger, as I'm gonna show you now here. As you see, I'm clicking different parts of the track and the Heli is just following the finger, You can either lock it in place, so even if you click on the map or on other towers, the Heli is gonna stand still. Or you can choose a set patrol point, for example A and B, and the Heli is gonna just fly back and forth like that. So yeah, that's it. And as you see, the Heli is gonna attack with these two darts at the same time. Each of the darts is gonna have 2 of popping power. But as you see, the attack range of the darts is not so big. So even if the Heli can fly around, in every part of the track, the Heli is gonna need to be very close to the balloons to actually damage them. So yeah, that's pretty much the passive of the Heli. As it is for the upgrades, the first upgrade in the first path is gonna cost 600. That is gonna be the one that is gonna make the Heli shoot 4 darts instead of 2. So let's do it now. So as you see now, it's shooting 4 darts. And also the darts, as you see, they're all shot from a different direction. And therefore now the Heli has a bigger covering area with the darts, because as you see, the darts always fly in a straight line. They don't turn. And yeah, that's pretty much it, the first upgrade for the first path. The first upgrade for the second path instead is going to be make the Heli move faster. So as you see, this is the movement speed based of the Heli. And this is with the upgrade. It's going to cost 500 cash, so pretty cheap. And as you see now, the Heli is flying a lot faster. So it's going to be able to follow also the fast balloons like pinks or yellows. As it is for the second upgrades, in the first path, you're going to have pursuit. So you're going to have another targeting option. And it's really, for laziness, the fact that with this mode now, with pursuit, you can choose in the targeting options, here we go, pursuit. And the Heli is going to automatically attack the balloons. But one thing I have to note is that the Heli is always going to focus the balloons from the bottom right side. So the Heli is not going to position itself like here. Wait a second. So not like here. So having, in this case, in this position, the Heli has the maximum popping power possible, because the darts are like getting through a lot of balloons. But instead, if in pursuit mode, the Heli is always going to position itself in this from where the balloons are coming, and like in all the track, the Heli is always going to have this position. And therefore, in some rounds, you may lose for this, because the popping power, you're going to lose a lot of darts. And so you have to be careful about pursuit mode, especially in some rounds, in some hard rounds. And yeah, that's pretty much pursuit mode. You don't have to click, on anything else. The Heli is going to do everything by itself. So it's pretty good. Then, as it is for the camo detection, it's going to just be there, just camo detection. You can't really see now, but in round 24 for the camo, the Heli is going to be able to spot it. And that's pretty much it. As it is for the third upgrade, the first upgrade is going to be that the rotor blades are going to start doing damage to the balloons. So they're going to start popping 1 layer each second. And then also the rotor blades are going to acquire the ability to pop leads. One thing I have to note is that the lead popping power with the third upgrade in the first path is going to be only by the rotor blades. So the darts are not going to be able to pop the leads, all right? They're not going to be able to. So you need to be especially careful with the leads in pursuit mode, because as you see, the heli is going to most of the time attack the balloons in a way that the rotor blades are not going to be in range to damage the balloons. So now, for example, I'm going to just get it now. Here we go. And I'm going to start the round 28 where the first leads appear. And as you see, even if I have lead popping power with the rotor blades, I'm not going to be able to pop these leads now. And as soon as the leads enter in touch with the rotor blades, they're popped. Their label is popped. So I really recommend being careful with pursuit mode. With the leads, you know, and always, you know, for the first at least 45 rounds, 46 rounds, to control the heli yourself with the finger. So in that way, as you see now, for these leads, I'm going to be able to pop them at the beginning of the track, because now I'm going to just make the heli sit there, and therefore the rotor blades can do damage and pop the lead layers. So yeah, you know, it may be annoying moving the heli around and controlling it with the finger, but it really pays off, especially against the leads. And yeah, that's the first upgrade, the third upgrade for the first path. Instead, for the second path, I'm gonna well, these leads are gonna get popped now. Here we go. I'm gonna place another one. Why not? It's gonna be a bit more expensive than the third upgrade in the first path, and it's gonna add this passive to the heli that is gonna proc these waves, pretty much like the tornadoes that are gonna blow the balloons backwards. And it's only gonna occur when the balloons are gonna be in range of the rotor blades. So once again, rotor blades are gonna be pretty essential. So in this case, if you're ever getting this upgrade, I recommend to get it in a way, and you know, to lock the heli. So in that way, the rotor blades are always gonna be in that part of the track, and therefore they're gonna proc more often this blowing the balloons backwards. But yeah, that's pretty much how it works. As it is for the last path upgrades, the last upgrade in the first path is going to be like 100 times better than the last upgrade in the second path, and the cost is going to be pretty much similar. As you see, 17.5k the first one, the first path, and 15k second one. And yeah, so I don't really recommend ever to get the third and the fourth upgrade in the second path, because really you don't gain much damage. Instead, with the first path, you're gonna gain a ton of damage, especially with the last upgrade. Even if it's really expensive, it's gonna be worth it. Let's see if I can pop all these leads. Just one surviving. Yeah. So as you see, sometimes the co-op, so the AI that is gonna control this pursuit mode of the helis, is pretty garbage. And yeah, so I'm gonna just get another injection so I can show you the last upgrade here. So I'm not gonna have to worry anymore about the leads now, because the Apache is gonna have missiles and a machine gun. So I'm gonna just, here we go. So you can see it now. The heli is gonna still shoot the 4 darts, but now it has a machine gun that is gonna shoot like extremely fast. Let's see if I can saw this now. Okay, here we go. I don't know if you can see the machine gun, but like the attack speed is pretty much like the attack speed of the Dark Monkey, of the Super Monkey, sorry. Maybe it's even faster than the Super Monkey. And the missiles, of course, are going to be the ones responsible for lead popping power. So really with this upgrade you get everything that you need. And if you have a camo detention, so the second upgrade in the second path, you're gonna have a tower that has a limited range that can follow the balloons throughout all the track, or that you can control with the finger yourself. And this tower is gonna, you know, with the last upgrade, the Heli is gonna do a ton of damage, especially from the machine gun. These darts, each of them is gonna have a piercing of 2, so it's gonna pop 2 different balloons. But they're gonna be shot so fast that you're gonna be really destroying the layers like ceramics or even mobs. I'm gonna show you now next round the mob in pursuit mode. Moab and BFBs also really get wrecked by this upgrade. See, I mean, probably a 1/8 of the track, and all the mob and the 4 ceramics were gone. So yeah, it's a pretty worth upgrade, and one of the best upgrades with the Ace first path upgrade and with the Super Monkey upgrades. That is really gonna do heavy damage to the balloons in general, to mob class balloons and ceramics. So you know, it's a pretty worth upgrade. And yeah, I'm just gonna show you now the upgrade for the second path, but I'm gonna show you in how it's called, sandbox, so that I don't have to, you know, spend any more cash to get the upgrades and all that stuff. So the last upgrade for the second path is gonna be pretty much like a support tower. No, not this one. A support tower. So the Heli is gonna become a support tower that is gonna be blowing these balloons backwards more often, and you're gonna have these 2 activated abilities. That's one is gonna give you the cash, pretty much, or lives if you're playing on hard or easy, medium, or hard. And then you have the other activity ability that you can use to move towers around. So as you see now, this is the last upgrade, the second path. The Heli is going to be much larger, and it's going to have 2 rotor blades. So it's going to proc twice the downdraft, so blowing the balloons backwards, and it's going to proc it more often. And then as you see here, it's got the 2 activity abilities. One is going to be the crate. As you see, that's the crate that is going to give you cash or lives. In this case, it's gonna only give me cash because I'm playing in sandbox. I don't have any lives. And then you have the other activity ability that I'm gonna show you what this means. Imagine in early game, you place a tower like in a really weird spot, but it's really useful early. For example, this one, right, with the balloon shipper. But then later on, you realize that that spot is really bad and you need to move that tower. But you don't have enough cash to sell it and build another one exactly the same in this spot. So with the 2-4 upgrade, you actually have an activity ability that can move the towers. So in this case, I'm going to click on the activity ability. See, I'm going to have to click on the tower that I want to move, and I have to move it in the spot that I want it to be. For example, in this case, I don't know, like here. And it's gonna move it. So you're not gonna have to sell anything, because the chin hook is gonna be able to move it wherever the upgrades are. So for example, in this case, it's a 4-2 tower, right? As soon as I have again the activity ability, see, I can move it again. I don't know, like here. And yeah, that's pretty much how it works. This activity ability is not gonna be able to move temples, villages, and farms. So if I place a village and I want to move it, I can't. See, I can click on the village. And you can move also the same spot where the Heli is. So for example, I don't know, like here. Well, I can't here because it's not gonna fit. As you see, if it doesn't fit, it gets automatically removed. And you can move farms. So as you see here, I can click on the farms, and you can move temples, as I said earlier. So that's gonna be the 3 towers. that you can't move with this active. All the other towers you're going to be able to move. So yeah, that's all for the helis. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.